Niall Horan and Blake Shelton singing backstage on The Voice. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Niall Horan may have taken a seat in one of the iconic red chairs for season 23 of The Voice. But it was a fun moment backstage that proved just how much fun he and Blake Shelton were having off camera. In a behind-the-scenes video from April 2023 that was shared on the show's TikTok page, Horan belted out the Irish folk classic Rattlin' Bog, which got the crew clapping and spirits soaring. It even got Shelton breaking out into an impromptu jig, which may have just sealed their status as one of the show's most lovable duos. An impromptu Blake Shelton dance break. The video kicks off with Shelton singing an acoustic version of Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places. Shelton, of course, encourages everyone to sing along and gets the backstage crowd pumped up. Then it is time for Niall to do some entertaining of his own. We all know that Horan is known for his pop stardom. However, he has his roots in Irish music. That came through with a lively spin on the timeless folk song, which had the crowd clapping along within seconds. Niall grabbed his guitar and started singing the centuries-old Irish tune Rattlin' Bog. The energy picked up backstage as everyone was clapping along. Horan was smiling while he sang each rapid-fire verse. He could only make it through a few seconds of the song before bursting into giggles, joking to Shelton, "I'm Irish." While he didn't make it long into the song, it was enough to get Shelton moving, as he busted out into a light-hearted impression of an Irish jig that put a big grin on Horan's face. The moment was during Blake's last season on the show. It gave fans a glimpse into how much fun Shelton and Horan were having when the cameras weren't rolling. Horan returning to The Voice red chair. During Niall's first season on The Voice, he coached alongside Shelton, Kelly Clarkson, and Chance the Rapper. During that season, Horan told NBC Insider that Shelton became like a dad to him. Also, Clarkson was his big sister, as they both helped make his debut in the red chair a fun ride. After a 3-season hiatus from the show, NBC announced Horan would be returning for season 28 this fall. While Blake and Kelly won't be on season 28, Horan will be coaching alongside Snoop Dogg, Reba McEntire, and Michael Bublé for this upcoming season, which is set to premiere on Monday, September 22, at 8/7 on NBC. It is not unusual for The Voice to deliver unexpected moments of music magic on stage, but what unfolded backstage recently between Niall Horan and Blake Shelton has taken fans by delightful surprise. In a setting far away from the bright lights of the performance stage, the two coaches found themselves in an impromptu duet that captured the warmth, humor, and camaraderie that has become one of the show's most cherished elements. The performance was not part of the broadcast, not part of rehearsals, and not meant for any official audience, yet it has now become one of the most talked about behind-the-scenes stories of the season. The scene began in the quiet hum of backstage, where crew members rushed between sets adjusting lights, setting up microphones, and preparing contestants for their next moments in the spotlight. Niall and Blake both had a short break between filming segments and happened to be in the same green room space. As anyone familiar with Blake Shelton knows, he rarely misses an opportunity to pull someone into a spontaneous sing-along, especially if that someone happens to be a fellow musician with a love for classic tunes. Niall Horan, fresh from his own chart-topping successes and still riding high from his warm reception as a coach, seemed to be the perfect target for Blake's playful musical persuasion. Blake reportedly started strumming a guitar that had been left resting against a chair, his voice ringing out with the opening lines of a country classic. Niall instantly recognized the melody and without hesitation jumped in, harmonizing with a grin. Blake laughed, and the two began trading lines, their voices blending in a way that surprised even them. The energy was relaxed, unplanned, and entirely genuine, which is perhaps why those present say it was one of the most enjoyable musical moments they had witnessed all season. A crew member with a quick reflex and a smartphone recorded a short clip of the duet, capturing the laughter, the playful teasing, and the obvious mutual respect between the two stars. The clip quickly made its way through production staff and eventually onto social media, where it exploded into a wave of fan appreciation. Comments flooded in praising the way their distinct vocal styles worked together, Niall's smoother pop tone weaving perfectly with Blake's rich country drawl. It was a combination fans did not know they needed until they heard it, and now many are calling for a full collaboration. Niall later joked in an interview that he felt like he had been pulled into Blake's world without warning, saying that one moment he was sipping tea, and the next moment he was singing about heartache over a steel-string guitar. Blake, in true fashion, teased back, saying that Niall was the one who made the song sound too pretty, and that country music needs a little grit. The banter between them only added to the charm of the story, highlighting the genuine friendship forming between two coaches from very different musical backgrounds. The backstage duet also sparked a wave of nostalgia for longtime viewers of The Voice who remember other spontaneous moments between coaches over the years. These moments, while never part of the planned content, often become some of the most cherished memories for fans. They remind audiences that behind the competitive structure of the show, there is a shared love of music that unites everyone involved, whether it is country, pop, rock, or soul. The language of music transcends genre and style, and the bond between Niall and Blake is the latest example of that. Industry insiders have noted that the pairing is particularly intriguing because it bridges a generational and stylistic gap. Blake Shelton has built his career as one of the most successful and recognizable figures in country music, while Niall Horan rose to fame as part of a global pop phenomenon before establishing himself as a respected solo artist. Their friendship is a testament to the idea that musical connection is not bound by genre, but by mutual respect and shared joy in performance. Fans have already begun imagining what a formal collaboration might sound like. Some envision a heartfelt ballad where Blake's deep emotive voice anchors the verses and Niall's melodic clarity soars on the choruses. Others imagine a playful, upbeat track that captures the humor they displayed backstage. Social media is filled with fan-made mock-up covers and playful hashtags calling for them to hit the recording studio together. The clip has also sparked discussions about whether The Voice might use this unexpected chemistry in a future episode, perhaps even staging a special performance for viewers. For Blake, the backstage sing-along seemed to be just another day of having fun with music. He has long been known for bringing levity to The Voice set, whether through prank storytelling or sudden musical interludes. His rapport with fellow coaches is one of the key reasons the show maintains such a loyal fan base. Niall, meanwhile, continues to carve out his place as both a mentor and entertainer on the show, blending his own style with the traditions and dynamics of the long-running competition. Carson Daly, who has had a front-row seat to countless coach interactions over the years, weighed in on the moment, calling it pure magic. He remarked that it is these unguarded moments where the show's heart truly shines. Through all the rehearsed numbers and high-stakes performances, there is an underlying sense of community that thrives among the people who make the show happen. When the cameras are off and the pressure is momentarily lifted, the music still flows naturally. Behind-the-scenes sources say that the impromptu jam session lasted longer than the viral clip suggested. They reportedly moved through a medley of tunes from old country hits to classic rock, to even a quick nod to one of Niall's own hits, which Blake playfully tried to country up with exaggerated twang and improvised lyrics. Niall laughed so hard he almost lost his place in the song, and the room was filled with applause from crew members who had stopped working just to watch. What makes this story resonate so strongly is not just the novelty of hearing two very different artists blend their voices, but the authenticity of the moment. There was no script, no audience to impress, no competition to win. It was simply two musicians sharing a space and a song, reminding everyone within earshot why they fell in love with music in the first place. As The Voice continues its run this season, fans will likely be watching for more interactions between Niall and Blake. Their musical connection has already become a point of curiosity, and while both are focused on guiding their respective teams toward victory, They seem equally invested in enjoying the journey along the way. If the buzz from this short backstage duet is anything to go by, a full-scale performance could easily become one of the most talked about highlights in future episodes. In an industry where so much is meticulously planned and controlled, the spontaneity of moments like this carries a refreshing charm. They show that even among chart-topping artists and television stars, music retains its ability to surprise, delight, and bring people together in ways no one could have predicted. For Niall Horan and Blake Shelton, this simple backstage performance may end up being just a footnote in their careers, but for the fans who witnessed it, it has already become a favorite memory of The Voice and a reminder that the magic often happens when no one is expecting it. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.